Genuine and unparalleled on-screen chemistry, unmatched charisma, sharp and edgy humor, and deeply heartfelt emotional moments. Those are the things that I got from the interviews.
The movie was rushed, nonsensically written excuse for a costume party with badly rendered PS2 cutscenes. It shits on the previous character development while delivering manipulative and forced emotional scenes with no substance.
Deadpool 3 is no different to Doctor Strange 2 Menopause of Madness when it comes to Cameo Fest, where they wheel out legendary characters in their comic book accurate costumes only to do fuck all with them. It's no different when it comes to introducing new rules in the universe that fuck everything that came before and after.
I will go over how they fuck Logan in such a way it's kinda hilarious.
Or is
It's
it?
no different to Thor 4 The Cancer Story when it comes to undermining the main character's previous relationships and character development. It's no different from having an excellent actor and then give him a shallow motivations where they literally spell out his goals only to have them completely undermined by the end. One thing that surprised me besides the quality of Deadpool 3 were the reviews that I watched. They just swallowed this whole cum cake. I mean, Ryan and Hugh just unloaded straight down their throats and these guys were just... It's everything I wanted.
I didn't understand why they are deep-throating so hard, but then I realized... They had no expectations.
It's a Deadpool movie. It's supposed to be nonsense and goofy. What do you expect?
I know I turn everything into a joke, but I care.
After watching the serious trailer, I really thought there might be some great character work done. I had no idea they will shit on the previous Deadpool character development and use the fact that Wolverine has comic book accurate costume as the entire reason for this movie existence.
It's really important to me to ruin this movie for you, because throughout the video you will realize that this nonsense just runs on the fact that Wolverine has his yellow costume. And the f***ing music, man.
Let's give the people what they came for! Deadpool and Wolverine!
People are saying that Hugh's acting is carrying the movie? That! Madonna is practically carrying the corpse across the finish line. It's so hard to talk shit about this f***ing movie when the f***ing song is stuck in my f***ing head. That might be a different song.
I will go over every single emotional scene and explain why they amount to nothing. I will go over detailed character deconstruction and explain why this fucker is not Deadpool but a puppet with Disney's hand real far up his rectum. I will explain how this guy's motivation to flip on the fly and the only thing that makes him a character is his costume.
And I have saved the biggest blow for the last, because what Ryan said in this interview made me go from I don't like this movie to I need to fuck it. So yeah, I'm gonna be a little harsh with my critique. Well, it's more of a hate speech, but you need to realize that hate comes from a place of care. Because you can hate something that you don't care about. So that's why I'm gonna be hard, because no one can fuck you harder than someone who cares about you. Just ask Dylan Farrow. So, plug in the ass pin and get tight grip on that shaft, because the fucking starts right now with none other than Deadpool. Transition.
Deadpool and Ryan are practically interchangeable. No one can do Merc with the mouth as Ryan.
Have you seen this man?
He's in a unique position where practically everything what Deadpool says and does is written by Ryan. The actor is creating the character in every way.
You're absolutely right.
If you take Hugh as a Wolverine, the way he can channel the anger, the ferociousness, that's fucking amazing. But I can see other actors do that. If you take Tom Holland as Spider-Man, his innocent yet heroic portray is fantastic. But I can see other actors do that.
There is no one who can capture the core of Deadpool, the Merc with the mouth, as Ryan can. Unless you like resurrect John Candy or something.
You might be bigger Marvel fan. You might be bigger Deadpool fan.
But you are not bigger Ryan Reynolds fan than me. You know I'm not native English speaker, and if you notice, you are racist. But I just like how Ryan takes the English language to this STD themed acid trip where the only thing that's off limits is consent, you know. He just fucks it wrong. That's the core of Deadpool, the Merc with the mouth. And no one has better mouth than Ryan. Except for maybe Betty. But that's what makes him special. And all of that got fucked by Disney when I heard this. Play the clip, me.
There was one joke that Marvel asked you not to include.
I was asked to take the line out. I was not even mandated to take the line out. You know, to quote someone in a very high position of leadership at Disney, I'm in for a penny, I'm in for a pound.
I'm surprised they didn't staple Faggy's ass to Deadpool's mouth.
And if you take it out, I'd love it. If you don't, I will still love and support you, this movie.
Let's say it's all true, you know. They asked him to take out this one joke. Let's say that he already had some similar jokes written, so he just got rid of them. Later in the process, he wrote something funny, but it was kind of similar to this one joke, so he just, scrapped it and wrote something out.
And you already watering down the character. You are putting Ryan in a box and you fuck the whole character.
It's just a fun joke, motherfucker.
This is what should happen. Ryan should go to this Disney cuck in charge and say, the joke is gonna stay in the movie, or I'm cancelling all of that. And you can go enjoy your box office for Maternals 2 or Shang-Chi and Legend of My Dad's Cock Ring. The joke stays in the movie. F*** you, don't f*** with my character. That's what you fucking have.
After I heard that, everything made sense. The reason why this movie is spineless, ballless mess. He got the D treatment.
Ryan tells the story about how the first Deadpool got leaked and the fans were nuts, and it's really the fans who made the first movie happen. So now maybe he could make a Deadpool movie for the fans instead of Disney.
On the other hand, money.
Yeah, I feel like we're never gonna have Ryan's Deadpool now that Big D is hanging above him.
Now I will explain how they fuck Deadpool in the context of the two previous movies.
Hey, do you enjoy videos where some random guy calls you a retard for having a best experience probably since Endgame? You might wanna lick this and subscribe.
I really don't understand the low expectation for Deadpool 3, especially when you look at the first Deadpool. If you are a comic book movie fan, Deadpool 1 should be in your top 5 origin stories. In 2016 alone, these are all the comic book movies that came out. Yet somehow Deadpool felt so fresh and unique. It had tightly written story, packed with funny jokes, they actually had balls back then and made fun of the studios, and the world building, and the superhero genre. They didn't rely on famous cameos, they just delivered a great Deadpool origin story.
Plus there were some titties.
Deadpool 2 delivered bigger action, deeper character development, they explore his relationship with Colossus and new friendship with Cable, all while staying true to Deadpool's unique way of being a hero.
Ah, fuck it.
And in the end, he finally got something that he never had. A family.
Deadpool 3 starts with him joining Avengers in different universe because Disney bought Fox. He wants to matter. What?
First of all, in the typical Deadpool way, it should be the Avengers want him to join, and Deadpool saying, nah thanks, I don't really wanna get jacked up like Camel here, just to flop in the box office. Plus, Bryan Singer pulls way better parties. But this is a neuter Deadpool. He can point out the fact that no one cares about the new Avengers, nobody even knows who are the new Avengers. Why?
It's not good for the marketing, they still gonna make those movies and they still wanna make money on those movies. You can have Deadpool saying the truth.
Anyway, after a really long talk with HR, they said no. And that broke Deadpool. So he stopped being a hero and helping others. He became a car salesman for 6 years, and during that time, off screen, he broke up with a girl who went through a cancer treatment with him.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Even before looking like Mel Brooks scrotum, he helped people because that's his character. And after he became unkillable murder condom, he was wiping out sex traffickers, mobsters and pizza workers. That alone had to save couple of lives, and in Deadpool 2 saving just one life meant everything. Deadpool matters to Russell, Colossus, Vanessa
And Weasel. No?
Why the fuck would he stop being a hero? Also, he has X-Force.
What? No budget for the X-Force? But what about the cameos? Oh, That's really what matters.
This movie tells you that Deadpool is doing all of that to save Rusty. But that's just a handwave for retards, an excuse to go hang out with Wolverine. That's why Colossus gets one line of dialogue. That's why there's no Russell, Cable or Domino. No one knows why Vanessa broke up with Deadpool.
I mean, Reddit retards can guess, It was a miscarriage, or Wade doesn't want Vanessa to get hurt again.
I'm not going to argue that. All I'm saying is that all of these characters who help Deadpool and care for Deadpool get no screen time. You are left guessing why these major uncharacteristic changes happened.
Seems like the movie cares more about the cameos and yellow spandex than the characters. And I'm right. So fuck you.
This Deadpool is exactly what someone who dislikes the character would imagine. He has vague, shallow, boring motivations. He's cracking jokes just for sake of it. He's just annoying comic relief. There is no heart in this story. There is just Madonna. And everything what makes Deadpool Deadpool is out of the window. Before I jump on Wolverine, I need to talk about this.
I'm a fan and I was fan service. What are you a fan of?
Bad CGI, nonsensical storytelling, meaningless cameos, manipulative and unearned character arcs, shitting on the previous movies, sidelining and ignoring key characters from before.
One of my favorite people who talk about movies hates the argument that you have to turn your brain off to enjoy retarded shit. He hates meaningless key jingling, but as soon as they jingle something that tickles his balls, the meaningless key jingling turns into fan service.
And all of the sudden, all the other nonsense character decisions, retarded plot, weak-ass villain are no problem.
Because Blade is fucking awesome, He's like Buzz Lightyear. You press the button and he does the catchphrases and all of that. Yeah, this is not a fan service, man. It's like, you just got pissed on and you convince yourself that you like it because you needed a shower anyway.
They try to justify the cameos as if they were characters, but they are not. They are there to do one-liners and pose.
I don't pay no damn taxes.
The fact is that you can swap them for any existing hero in MCU. Or you can just cut them out completely and it wouldn't change a thing. That should tell you that they are not characters.
After years of surviving, they go on suicide mission because plot. I mean, legacy or something.
Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Oh, and the action is shit.
Just a bunch of quick cuts and close-ups just to hide the fact that Elektra and Gambit will get shot immediately by the 15 guys with weapons. By the way, Deadpool and Logan are jumping into the portal right above them and the fart is coming straight at them. Blade and Suicide Squad just got fart on.
Speaking about retarded bullshit, let's talk Wolverine.
We get to know his backstory in a classic way, tell don't show, where he spills out everything in excruciating detail to someone who is known for about a minute. Anyway, the whole story is Logan told the X-Men they look retarded, left, and then humans came and killed them all. How the fuck did they kill Quicksilver and Professor? I don't know. And if they can kill all of them, then what would Logan do?
They defeat him in this movie using magnets.
So, how did they fuck his character arc? Well, at the end, he is told by Big Mama House that yes, they can fix his universe.
But Disney bought Fox. I mean, it would change him as a person. Which is bullshit because Deadpool and TVA and Loki are jumping in time and in between universes and they are the same person. What the fuck is that?
But what fucked Wolverine as a character is the fact that he knows it's possible to save his friends, but he goes for shawarma instead.
Shawarma? I get it. Yeah.
The suit, the only thing that was a reminder of his friends, got exploded for an abs joke.
I like this joke.
At the end, he eats shawarma in TVA hoodie while his friends are still dead.
And the best part is the line from Deadpool.
Sometimes the people we save, they save us right back.
Unless you are Logan, then you get shawarma and get to step it. I don't know who the fuck this guy is. He just gave up on them.
The movie is done. Look, he's sitting right next to Laura. You know them from way better movie. You know, the movie where they were characters. In this epic climax of multiversal destruction, Logan remembers Laura's line from the trailer that wasn't in the movie.
Fuck it, man. The yellow suit. Oh.
This is pathetic indeed, but there is one more scene that gets praised a lot. It's the Wolverine is mad in the car scene.
Yeah, I was like, finally some juicy character stuff, Hugh Jackman delivery was perfection, and then they start to fight. Okay, that would happen probably. And then they fight.
But after a long fight, they take a nap, and X-23 takes them to Cameo Land.
Are we gonna talk about the character stuff? Oh, Blade is coming out. Oh, and Gambit has a funny accent. Okay. What about the character stuff?
This is yet another empty scene from two guys who have known each other for about 6 hours? The monologue wouldn't work on Deadpool from the previous movies because he would still be a hero. He would still hang out with his family and Vanessa. He wouldn't want to be a fucking Avenger. This entire monologue is forced and comes out of nowhere.
I'm gonna do rapid fire plot nonsense, but first I owe you explanation on how they fucked Logan.
So Logan is anchor being, which means that if he dies, the whole universe dies with him.
This has to be the most retarded decision in MCU.
The fact that he sacrificed himself destroyed the entire universe. Isn't it great? So, if Deadpool wouldn't suffer from stage 4 retardation, he would go to Logan's timeline before the sacrifice, grab the adamantium bullet, pop the 2010 version of Hugh Jackman, and save the kids himself. This would save the entire universe and prevent Logan movie from happening. What happens if you clone Anchor Being?
Who cares?
By making a Logan an anchor being whose death affects the entire universe, his sacrifice just becomes a plot device. It takes away from the emotional impact of his final act and turns it into a setup for future stories, instead of meaningful conclusion.
And Logan's corpse is used to stab mostly black guys for some reason. You could have this movie without Logan being anchor being. Just have Paradox prune the timeline because Wade saved Vanessa.
Before nailing the last nail in the coffin with the Ryan interview, I want to do the rapid plot retardation retardness.
I'm still working on that title.
At the end, the Logan who dies in the future is still alive because this is in the past. So now there are two Wolverines. Does it cause incursions?
Do you think that any of the writers know what incursion is?
Why did Bald Bitch believe Wolverine's story about Charles when 10 seconds ago he tricked her and 5 seconds ago he was arguing with Deadpool on who is going to kill her?
Oh right, she's not a character. Fucking Francesca is a better villain than this shit.
Why didn't Pyro use his pyromancy to burn the bald bitch? Why is Deadpool core helping Cassandra if it means Peter would die? He gets stabbed 647 times and his suit is still intact?
If that doesn't ruin the movie for you, I don't know what will.
How can Paradox prune super duper reflex guy Deadpool and Wolverine when he just massacred like 15 prune guys? Why would Logan want to immediately kill Deadpool when he got mad when they pruned him? Couldn't they come up with some shitty reason to have a meaningless fight? Why don't they just beat Paradox and take his tampon box to go back in time before they turn the machine on? Why don't they go get Charles? If this universe has two Wolverines and one dies in 2029, does that mean that our new hero Wolverine just said fuck my original universe and everybody in it dies because the anchor being left? Why when Deadpool steals the Tempad he goes to the future when Logan is dead? Why not go to his original timeline when he is still alive?
When did we vote on superhero movies not making any sense is the new norm? Can someone notify me before the next vote? This fucking sucks.
But now the biggest kicker. Every time we get meaningless piece of shit movie like this, the thing that pisses me off the most is what could have been. The one moment in the film that could have had some fucking meaning, something you would remember. Instead we are left with wasted potential and shallow mess when it could have been something truly unforgettable.
I realize how much we have been fucked when I listened to Ryan describe an alternative scene for the movie. I will let Mr. as Betty White called him. Take it from here.
In the original version, it was a sequence that I had written in 2020 or 2021, I forget, where Colossus dies. Deadpool had been on this like journey of like self-discovery, or Wade had it basically, where he'd like, you know, similar to now, like given up the Deadpool suit, given up actually violence. Anyways, so Deadpool doesn't even swear. Colossus felt like he needed to get him out of. And anyways, when Colossus dies in the third act, I do a callback where Colossus says, Wade, say fuck for me. You know, and I'm like, what? And I'm emotional. And he says, come on, we'll do it together. You know, on three. Come on, here we go. It'll be fine. Wait, 1, 2, and I sort of say, and he dies, like before I even can say it. And it's, you see Wade step out of frame, and you would hold on the empty frame for like maybe 2 minutes, and Wade comes back into frame wearing the full Deadpool suit and the swords, pulls them out, kicks open the door like a prayer starts in that mofo shot.
This moment with Colossus would make the whole movie unforgettable for me. It would be 1,000 times better than the Jacob fest that we got. Just pure heart. Now, it's been a couple of weeks that Deadpool came out, and the enthusiasm already kinda died off. Because there's only so many times you can cheer for Blade to show up. First time you are like, and for the fourth time you're just gonna skip that scene.
And when you start to skip all the cameo scenes, you realize the only reason why this movie exists is because Wolverine wears yellow tights.
Now let me be clear, okay? I'm including myself into this.
Fuck everybody who cheers for cardboard cutouts. Fuck every dim-witted cunt who says, I'm a fan and I've been fan-serviced. And fuck every single person who says, don't take it seriously. This isn't Schindler's List.
Fuck that. Why can't we take Deadpool seriously? You know how Ryan talked about the 2-minute pause where Deadpool goes off screen and comes back in the suit? That's fucking perfection, man. No other movie could pull that off. People would remember that moment for years.
Oh, real serious. Gotta take it real serious, huh?
You know, this is a retarded opinion that I get when it comes from someone like these guys. You know? They don't really give a fuck about comic book movies. But when I hear a comic book fan say that shit, I'm like, what the fuck, man? You are the reason why we can have good comic book movies. Every good comic book movie took itself seriously or it had serious moments in it.
This movie could have been amazing, but instead we got empty suits doing retarded shit. Just look what we got instead of the Colossus scene. Deadpool and Wolverine mindlessly cutting through Deadpool variants. Why? Because they are helping to destroy the multiverse. What stops them? Peter. Who would have died if the multiverses were destroyed? Ugh, what a piece of shit. They don't even have balls to kill Kidpool. You can feel the Disney dick rubbing all over the script. Why can comic book movies be good? Because we are a bunch of shit-throwing monkeys who can't imagine anything beyond what they shove down our throats.
I waited a long time for this team up.
Me too, kid.
I know what you're thinking. Those are great arguments, but aren't you just lonely loser?